really see. Why can't we go on as three?
So, why do we engage in polyamorous relationships? In biological studies, monogamy is a very rare form of relating in most species, including humans. Some people just seem to be hardwired to be polyamorous, just as there are some people who seem to be hardwired for monogamy. There are many benefits that poly people feel that polyamory can provide, such as increased personal freedom, greater depth to social relationships, the potential for sexual exploration in a non-judgmental setting, a strengthening of spousal bonds, a sense of being desired, a feeling of belongingness, added companionship, increased self-awareness, intellectual variety, and the chance for new aspects of personality to emerge through relating to more people. Many find joy in having close relationships on both sexual and emotional planes with multiple partners. Polyamorous families, in which all the partners live together, derive all the benefits of household cooperation, which include more people to share chores, watch the children, and pay the rent. The cost of living per person decreases when there are a greater number of people who pool their incomes and energies and share resources among them. If you have to ask, "Why do you love him? Aren't I enough?" then you need to ask yourself how you would answer if your child says, "Mommy, why are you having another baby? Aren't I enough?" The answer is, it's not about being enough. And yes, it is similar to loving more than one child. You see, it's not as if Jack has a list of 100 needs and I meet 87 of them, so I'm 87% his perfect mate, but Jill comes along and meets 92 of his needs, so she's better and I must not be good enough. It doesn't work like that. There's more to a relationship than that. You are with your partner because you add value to your partner's life, because your partner wants to be with you. Every relationship is unique and valuable because of the people involved, not because of what a partner can do for you. You are irreplaceable because no one is exactly like you, and no matter how many things you do that she can also do, she is not you. It's not a competition. It's not meeting the most items in a list of needs, and it's not about being enough. It's about every partner enriching your life in his own unique and individual way, and about life being better because of the relationships in it, and about being a better person because of the influence that all these very special people have. Humans are social creatures by our genetic programming. We seek out complex social networks of relationships with all kinds of people. Each relationship is unique to that person. Your relationship with your mother will be different from your relationship with your father. Your relationship with your mother is different from my relationship with my mother. I have a birth mom and an adopted mom. No one tells me I can't have enough love for both of them. My relationship with each of them is completely unique, and there's more than enough room in my life and in my heart for both mothers. Neither one could replace the other. Polyamory is simply one method of relating to other people in a manner that recognizes that we are complex social animals, capable of love and physical attraction. It isn't about being enough. It's about appreciating the value that people bring to our lives and finding a place in our lives for those who have found a way into our hearts. There are some individuals for whom the attraction switch just shuts off permanently while in a romantic relationship with someone, and that's perfectly acceptable. But for the rest of us, it doesn't switch off, or it might switch back on when the initial rush of the early bonding chemicals fade and the long-term bonding takes over. We can choose to modify our behavior and ignore that switch, or we can choose to acknowledge it when it switches back on and make our limitations based on practical time, resource, and safety reasons rather than a faulty belief of the starvation model of love. And we can enjoy the richness and the depth that relating to multiple people can bring to our lives when done with compassion, consideration, and respect for those we love.
There's lots of kinds of people in this world, and I'm not like other girls. How do I explain this properly? My boyfriend's girlfriend isn't me. Well, obviously one of them is, but there's another girl.